After the age of 60, something which is surprising starts to happen inside your body, even if you drink water regularly. Your legs may still feel heavy, stiff, or unsteady, even when you stay hydrated. Why? Because plain water alone doesn't replace what your aging muscles and nerves need. The truth is, your body starts absorbing fewer minerals, producing less collagen, and losing muscle signaling efficiency. And if your water doesn't contain the right tools, your legs might slowly lose strength, day by day. In this video, we'll reveal 4 simple ingredients you can add to your daily water, each one targeting a hidden reason why leg strength declines with age. From electrolyte powders that restore nerve signals, to collagen peptides that rebuild muscle structure, to amino acids like citrulline that boost blood flow, and whey isolate that speeds up muscle repair. These aren't trends. Their science-backed habits have proven to help adults over 60 stay strong on their feet. In fact, one of these ingredients helped reduce walking fatigue by 28% in older adults after just 3 weeks. Before we jump into details, let's share, what do you usually add to your water? If anything, drop a comment below. We are here to hear from you. Now, let's begin with the first one. Adding number 1 electrolyte powder. Restore nerve signals that control every step. As we age, we often feel subtle heaviness in our legs. Walking becomes slower. Climbing stairs feels harder. The muscles don't respond with the same confidence they once had. But what if the issue isn't just aging? What if it's a silent imbalance hiding in your drinking water? Let's walk through what happens inside your muscles and why adding a simple electrolyte powder to your water could help bring strength back to your legs step by step. Every time you stand up, walk, or move your foot, your muscles are firing tiny electrical signals. These aren't just abstract concepts. They are real charges moving across muscle cell membranes. To send these signals correctly, your body needs minerals called electrolytes. Specifically, it needs potassium and magnesium. Think of them as the wires and switches of a house. Without them, the current doesn't flow, and the light won't turn on. Inside, every muscle fiber is a pump system that controls potassium. When your brain says move, potassium helps open channels that allow muscle fibers to contract tightly. It's like pressing the gas pedal in a car. Without enough potassium, the signal becomes weak. The muscle doesn't fire fully. The result: your leg may still move, but not with full force. You may not even notice at first. But over time, your steps become shorter. Your thighs feel heavier. Your legs don't lift with the same bounce. A daily dose of electrolyte powder with potassium helps recharge that system. So the next time you walk, your muscles respond the way they should. But contraction is only half of the story. After every contraction, your muscles need to release. Otherwise, they stay partially tight, and that's when fatigue, cramps, and soreness creep in. This is where magnesium steps in. Magnesium acts like a release valve. It helps muscle fibers relax by blocking calcium buildup and allowing your muscles to let go after each squeeze. If potassium is the gas pedal, magnesium is the brake. You need both. But here's the catch. After age 60, your body absorbs less magnesium from food. Worse, many seniors take medications like diuretics that deplete magnesium through urine. So, even if you're eating well, your legs may be stuck in a half-contracted state, tight, tired, and less powerful. A glass of water with electrolyte powder containing magnesium helps reset this balance daily. Moving your legs isn't just about nerve signals. It also costs energy. Lots of it. Your muscles burn fuel with every step, and in that process, they create waste, lactic acid. If lactic acid builds up, your legs burn, weaken, and fatigue faster. Magnesium plays another role here. It helps activate enzymes that break down lactic acid. Without enough of it, that breakdown slows down, and your recovery after even small activities takes longer. Potassium, meanwhile, helps shuttle nutrients in and out of cells. Fuel in, waste out. It's the traffic controller of your muscle cells. When both minerals are present in the right balance, your legs are not only stronger, but they also recover faster and resist fatigue longer. For this reason, it's important to understand how to use electrolyte powder in your daily routine. Morning is ideal, especially within 30 minutes after waking up, when your body is mildly dehydrated. Mix 1 serving of electrolyte powder. Look for approximately 200 to 400 milligrams of magnesium and 300 to 500 milligrams of potassium into 12 to 16 ounces of plain water. Stir or shake until fully dissolved. No residue should remain. Use room temperature or slightly warm water. Cold water may slow absorption and irritate digestion in some older adults. For best results, avoid taking it right after high-sodium meals, as excess sodium can compete with potassium and reduce effectiveness. And always follow the product's label. If you're taking medications or have kidney concerns, consult your doctor before adding it to your routine. This isn't about fancy supplements. It's about restoring something your body used to manage naturally, but slowly lost with age. Potassium and magnesium are not just nutrients. They're the invisible keys that help your leg muscles switch on, switch off, and stay ready. If your legs feel weak, slow, or unpredictable, starting your day not just with water, but with a smarter hydration habit. Your legs don't have to grow weaker with time. Sometimes, they're just missing the signal to stay strong. Without structure, signals alone aren't enough. Your muscles need internal support to stay coordinated daily. Adding number 2 collagen peptides. Reinforce the framework that holds leg muscles together. As we grow older, many of us notice that our legs don't feel as stable or strong as they once did. It's not just about muscle shrinking. Sometimes, even when the size of our legs hasn't changed much, they still feel wobbly, soft, or unable to push with confidence. And that's where most people miss something important. Because muscle strength doesn't come only from the muscle fibers themselves. It also comes from the structure that holds those fibers together. That structure is made largely of collagen. Collagen isn't just about skin or wrinkles. Inside your legs, collagen acts like supportive mesh or scaffolding that wraps around muscle fibers, bundles them into groups, and keeps everything in alignment. It gives muscle tissue its shape, firmness, and ability to pull as a single unit. Without enough collagen, your muscles may still exist, but they become less coordinated. The tug you feel when you try to stand up or push off a stair loses its tightness. The result? Your legs feel weaker, even if you haven't technically lost muscle mass. Now here's the real challenge. After the age of 60, your body's ability to produce collagen naturally drops by as much as 30% or more compared to younger years. This decline affects not just your joints or skin, but also the internal tension system of your leg muscles. With less collagen being produced, the structural wrapping around each muscle fiber becomes thinner, less elastic, and more prone to micro tears. When this happens, muscle fibers can't stay tightly bundled. They slide, separate, or shift under pressure, and the force you're trying to produce becomes scattered instead of focused. That's why collagen peptides are so important. When you consume hydrolyzed collagen in powder form, the body absorbs it as small amino acid chains, particularly glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline. These are the building blocks your cells need to rebuild the collagen mesh around your muscle tissue. Think of it like patching up the netting that holds together a trampoline. Without it, you can still bounce, but the force doesn't come back up the same way. With collagen, that spring returns. Here's how it works inside your legs. First, the amino acids from collagen peptides are absorbed into your bloodstream through the small intestine. Then they travel to tissues like muscles and fascia, where your body senses a need for structural repair. Once they arrive, Special cells called fibroblasts begin stitching those amino acids into fresh collagen fibers. These new strands wrap around muscle bundles, filling in weak spots and tightening loose areas. As this process continues, the mesh holding of your muscles becomes stronger and more responsive. But the benefits don't stop at support. Collagen peptides also enhance the way your muscle fibers connect to each other and to the surrounding tissue. This is crucial for your legs. When you take a step or shift your weight, dozens of muscle fibers need to contract in unison. That coordination depends on strong anchoring points between fibers, something called cross-linking. The amino acids in collagen peptides help strengthen these links. The result is not just better structure, but smoother, more effective motion. Your legs move like one, not in fragments. You don't waste energy with each step you direct it. To make this happen, you need consistency. Collagen peptides don't work overnight. They need to be taken daily, in amounts your body can use. The best way to do this is by adding them to your hydration habit. Mix 10 to 15 grams of unflavored hydrolyzed collagen powder into a glass of plain water, about 12 to 16 ounces. Stir until fully dissolved. Collagen mixes best in warm or room temperature water, as cold water may leave clumps or reduce solubility. You can drink this first thing in the morning or between meals. Unlike coffee or tea, plain water with collagen won't interfere with absorption. It's also gentle on the stomach and easy to stick with over time. Many older adults find it helpful to combine collagen with a squeeze of lemon or a pinch of sea salt to improve taste and trace mineral intake. But avoid adding sugar or juice, as excess sugar may increase inflammation, which works against collagen formation. The key is to make it a part of your daily rhythm. Think of it not as a supplement, but as a structural reset fuel for the framework your legs depend on. Sometimes, strength isn't about adding more weight. Sometimes, it's about reinforcing what holds you together, so that every muscle you already have can work at its best. Collagen peptides, taken daily in a glass of water, help bring back that quiet firmness your legs once had, not by magic, but by giving your body exactly what it needs to rebuild its own support from within. Good structure means nothing without fuel. Let's unlock how your legs generate lasting energy and motion. Adding number 3, L-citrulline, boost oxygen, energy, and waste removal for long-lasting leg power. L-citrulline is an amino acid that your body uses to support the natural energy system inside your muscles. It doesn't build muscles directly like protein does, but it helps create the internal conditions that allow your leg muscles to produce more power and sustain it longer. The process starts in your liver. When you drink a small dose of L-citrulline powder mixed with water, it gets absorbed through your intestines and converted into another compound called L-arginine. This, in turn, boosts the production of nitric oxide in your bloodstream. Nitric oxide widens blood vessels, but more importantly, for your legs, it improves how oxygen and nutrients are delivered to muscle tissue, especially during movement. Once that nitric oxide effect kicks in, the muscle cells in your legs start receiving more fuel at the exact moment they need it. Instead of struggling with low oxygen or blocked delivery routes, they perform with less stress. This is critical in people over 60, where circulation efficiency tends to drop, and the muscle cells may be undernourished, even when you're eating well. With better delivery comes better energy generation. This is where ATP, your muscle's energy currency, comes in. Citrulline supports ATP production by helping the mitochondria, the energy factories in your muscle fibers, generate more usable fuel per contraction. It's like giving each muscle cell a stronger battery. But the process goes even further. One of the most overlooked aspects of aging muscle is the gradual buildup of waste byproducts, especially ammonia and lactic acid. During movement, these waste materials make your legs feel heavy, sore, and slow to recover. Citrulline helps flush them out through the urea cycle. It acts as a carrier that binds with excess nitrogen, converting it into urea and allowing the kidneys to remove it more efficiently. The result: less fatigue in your thighs and calves after walking, and a shorter delay before you feel ready to move again. Another essential role of L-citrulline is in signaling growth through a pathway called mTOR. While you don't need to understand the full name of this pathway, the outcome is simple. It tells your body to repair and grow muscle when the conditions are right. Citrulline helps switch on this signal more effectively when paired with light physical activity. That means after a walk or a set of leg exercises, your body doesn't just recover, it rebuilds stronger fibers. This is especially useful in older adults who may not be able to do heavy workouts, but still want to maintain leg muscle integrity and function. The net effect is felt in real-life legs that don't burn out halfway through a walk, steps that feel lighter and more controlled, and greater endurance when standing for longer periods. The improvements come not from pushing harder, but from enabling your cells to work smarter by delivering oxygen better, clearing waste faster, and signaling repair more effectively. To make the most of L-citrulline, consistency matters. The ideal dose is between 3 and 6 grams per day, depending on your weight and sensitivity. For older adults, a sweet spot is around 4 grams per day. Use a clean L-citrulline powder, unflavored, no sweeteners, no fillers, and mix it into 8 to 12 ounces of plain water. Stir or shake until fully dissolved. It has a slightly tart or neutral taste, which makes it easy to pair with lemon water if you prefer flavor. Do not mix it with juice or soda, as the sugar may interfere with its metabolic effects. Also, avoid combining it with caffeine, since the vasodilation from nitric oxide works best in a calm, rested state. The best time to drink it is in the morning, 30 to 60 minutes before walking, stretching, or any leg-based activity. This gives your body time to absorb and convert it into nitric oxide. Some people also take a second smaller dose later in the day, especially before evening walks or rehabilitation exercises. Make sure you are hydrated. Citrulline's effects depend on water moving through your system to deliver nutrients and remove waste. If you're not drinking enough water overall, you won't get the full benefit. If you're taking medications, especially for blood pressure or kidney function, consult your doctor before starting. While citrulline is naturally found in foods like watermelon, the powdered form delivers a higher and more consistent dose needed to activate muscle-specific benefits. Over time, users often report more stability during motion, less soreness after climbing stairs, and a renewed ability to walk farther without needing rest. Citrulline doesn't work by forcing your legs to work harder. It works by helping each part of your muscle cell perform its job with less resistance. More oxygen in, more waste out, more energy available. And for older adults who want to keep moving with confidence, that internal upgrade can make all the difference. Now that your muscles can move smarter, it's time to help them rebuild even stronger. Adding number 4, whey protein isolate. Deliver muscle-building amino acids. Fast. When legs need it most. Whey protein isolate is one of the most effective tools for rebuilding leg strength after 60. As we age, the muscles become less responsive to regular protein intake, so we need protein that acts quickly and efficiently. That's where whey isolate stands out. It digests fast, absorbs cleanly, and delivers exactly the amino acids your muscles need to rebuild and stay strong. When you drink a glass of water with whey protein, isolate mixed in, digestion begins almost immediately. Within 15 to 30 minutes, amino acids begin entering your bloodstream. One in particular, leucine, works like a molecular switch. Once it reaches your leg muscles, it activates the signal that tells your body, it's time to rebuild. This triggers muscle protein synthesis, the internal process where new muscle fibers are formed. Without leucine, The process barely starts, but with enough leucine, especially after even light movement, your leg muscles begin patching and strengthening themselves. This process is especially important after any leg activity: walking, standing, stretching, or using stairs. Even mild movement creates micro tears in aging muscle fibers. That's not a problem as long as those fibers are repaired. Whey isolate provides leucine plus all 9 essential amino acids to complete that repair. Think of them as both the bricks and mortar your legs need to rebuild power and firmness, especially in key areas like the thighs and calves. Whey isolate also improves how your muscles absorb nutrients. After 60, your body's response to insulin weakens, slowing down nutrient delivery into muscle tissue. Whey gently raises insulin without spiking blood sugar, helping amino acids move efficiently into muscle where they're needed most. That means less waste, faster repair, and more effective use of every serving. Just as importantly, whey helps preserve type 2 muscle fibers, the ones responsible for quick, powerful movements. These fibers shrink rapidly with age, especially in the legs. They're the ones that help you catch yourself if you trip or rise from a low chair without wobbling. With daily whey intake, you give these fibers what they need to stay active and responsive. To use whey, isolate effectively. Choose a product that delivers 20-25 grams of protein per scoop and at least 2.5 grams of leucine. Look for isolate on the label, not concentrate. Mix 1 scoop into 10 to 14 ounces of plain water, room temperature, or cold, both works. Shake or stir thoroughly until fully dissolved. Many seniors prefer clear whey formulas, which taste more like fruit juice than milk, making them easier to digest and more refreshing. The best time to take it is within 30 minutes after leg activity, such as walking, balance work, or even light stretching. If you don't exercise that day, take it mid-morning or mid-afternoon, about 90 minutes after a meal. Avoid drinking it right before or right after a full meal, as it competes with other food for absorption. Also, avoid mixing it with milk, juice, or thick smoothies. Water is best clean, fast, and effective. If you're especially sensitive to dairy, choose a whey isolate labeled lactose-free. It's generally well tolerated by most older adults, but always test with half a scoop first to see how your stomach responds. If digestion is slow, try mixing it into warm, not hot water to ease absorption. You can also sip slowly over 10-15 minutes instead of finishing it all at once. Make sure you drink enough plain water throughout the day. Protein can't do its job if you're dehydrated. Try pairing your whey shake with a glass of water or drinking it after your first glass of the morning. Keep your doses spread out. 1 scoop per day is enough if your meals include other protein sources. If your diet is low in protein overall, you may benefit from 2 smaller doses: half scoop in the morning, half in the afternoon. Whey protein isolate works best when used consistently. 4 to 5 days per week is often enough to maintain muscle function in your legs. It's not about bulk. It's about strength, control, and endurance. When you give your legs the fuel they need to repair properly, every movement becomes easier. Every step becomes stronger. Final message. We've always been told that water is the healthiest drink, and for decades, it felt like enough. A cold glass beside breakfast, a refill after a walk, maybe a warm mug with lunch. But after 60, the needs of your muscles, joints, and nerves begin to shift. What once worked, now falls short. The good news is, you don't need to change everything. Just a few thoughtful additions, like a scoop of electrolytes, a spoonful of collagen, a morning dose of citrulline, or a clean whey shake. All of this can help restore the signals, structure, fuel, and repair your legs quietly. Depend on. Your legs have carried you through decades. They've helped you care for others, show up every day, and move forward even when life was heavy. Now, they deserve care in return. Maybe your legs aren't just tired. Maybe they're undersupported, not by age, but by habits that haven't caught up with your body's new needs. And the fix? It's doable. One scoop, one glass, one better habit in the morning. That's all it takes to keep your legs strong, steady, and ready every day.